Hey guys, welcome back to Sissy Spaces, and if you're new, welcome. Today's video is full of spring cleaning, in other words, deep cleaning, as well as some homemaking motivation, a little bit of organizing, and budgeting tips. Also need to do some monthly maintenance on the washer and dryer, and since I was already in there, I decided to deep clean the laundry room as well. Along with that, I'm taking you with me as I run to Walmart to purchase items for dinner tonight, as hubby is making barbecue ribs and I want to make a few sides to go along with it. Also, hubby and I met with our financial advisor last week, so I'm going to share with you some of his and our budgeting tips, which allowed us to become debt-free in 2015, and we'll discuss how we maintained it over the last 9 years. So if you enjoyed this type of content, continue watching. And if you're new to my channel, at the end of the video, please remember to hit that like subscribe button. And if you've already subscribed, you know that hitting that like button, as well as watching the entire video, really supports my channel. Also leave a comment or just say hello. I would love to hear from you, and I always respond. After getting the tub washer cycle started, I want to remove this trash. Max had an accident earlier and my oldest threw the paper towels he used to clean it up with in the trash. And considering this is a small space, the odor will linger in this laundry room all day if I don't remove it. After that, I'm going to wash my hands, put the leftovers in the fridge because everyone has had breakfast, including myself. I'm then going to make a cup of coffee and take a quick break before deep cleaning the upstairs bedroom. I forgot to mention this earlier, but cleaning the tub of my washer is something I try to do monthly, as well as drain it. It's important that you clean your washer or drum monthly or after 30 cycles, because over time there's a buildup of detergent and other residue, which hinders the washer's performance. Also, since wet and humid environments are the breeding ground for bacteria, it's important to drain your washing machine as well. Wanted to mention that I should make a home maintenance schedule and share it with you guys, and I think that's a great idea. So I started writing everything down, but as always, we'll continue to mention it in my videos. And once my list is complete, I'll share it. As you can see, we're in my youngest son's bedroom. His room gets pretty dusty, unlike the other rooms in my home, and I couldn't figure out why. So I started by checking his window to see if there was a draft. And after applying weather stripping and caulk, it continued. I then figured it was the air filter, but hubby changed it a little over 2 months ago. So I've concluded that I need to purchase an air purifier for his room, because most air purifiers on the market are designed to remove large dust particles from the air. But until I find one that I like and within budget, I figured I'll take a little more time when cleaning to dust his room, as I'm doing today. Having black furniture in this room doesn't help. But you know what? Black furniture doesn't attract more dust. But dust is more easily seen on black surfaces. I read that it's because black absorbs the light, and dust being a lighter color reflects the light. It's similar to how a white countertop reflects light, and black pepper on it will absorb the light. But you know what? It's not his furniture causing this dust issue. And again, until I purchase an air purifier, I'm going to follow the golden rule of consistent and thorough cleaning. Deborah asked how I learned the way I clean, and I responded from my mom. You see, my mom was a housekeeper for many years, and she taught me everything I know. One of many lessons that I received, but I consider this one to be the most important, is time management skills. She's an expert at it, and while working multiple housekeeping jobs, she managed to keep a clean home, food on the table, and raise 6 kids on her own. Another lesson I use most often and works is the art of decluttering and organizing. My home is always tidy because I do a little bit of both each day. To start mastering this art, every time you open a drawer or cabinet, do a little bit of decluttering. Remove at least one item you don't use and then organize that space. I guarantee you as you do this, you will spend less time decluttering and organizing as you clean in the future. My mom also said we were first on her list of priorities besides herself, then her money, and last her things. She made sure we were loved and that all 6 of us learned responsibility and patience. Those things I have passed on to my kids, and I can't say enough of how proud I am when I see the boys cook, clean, and take responsibility for themselves and their things. Also, I'm aware some of you are working multiple jobs, attending school, and are a single parent. Your priority first is yourself and your family, so do what you can when you can, and don't feel pressured to maintain a spotless home. After 35 years in the workforce, attending college classes, while working a full-time job and taking care of my family, I have been there and done that. So again, do what you can when you can. I'm not sure what my son has been stepping in, but every time I dust his closet shelves, there is always something stuck on the bottom of his shoe. This time I refused to clean it because it did not look like gum. So when I was done dusting, I had him come and clean it, and while he was cleaning it, gave him a 5-minute lecture on why it's important to check your shoes before coming in the house. My boys hate it when I lecture them more than cleaning up their messes. But hey, that form of discipline works every time. By the way, how are you doing with your spring cleaning? If you started spring cleaning already. I heard from a few of you and you're doing very well. Are you using my spring cleaning guide of deep cleaning the blinds 1 month, doors the next month, and so on? Oh, for those that are new to my channel, I break up large spring cleaning tasks like windows, doors, moldings, blinds, etc. by month. For example, for the month of January it was moldings, February were blinds, and March is doors. And maybe windows in April, we'll see. Now that all of the dusting is done, we're going to remake his bed. One habit that was instilled in the boys at a young age was making their bed every morning. By doing this one simple task first thing every day, it gave them a sense of accomplishment and an instant feeling of success. Also, this simple habit had a domino effect on the rest of their day. I've also found that by making my bed first thing every morning, it lowers my stress and anxiety levels because I've removed that clutter and chaos in my living space, and it improves my mood going into the rest of my day. Today is not linen day, so I didn't wash any of his bedding because I do that on Fridays. I am washing my daily load of laundry today, but I didn't videotape it because it was late in the evening when I started. By the way, today's daily load of laundry is darks, and as a reminder, towels are on Thursdays, and I rotate darks, colors, and whites throughout the rest of the week. By doing a daily load of laundry, I'm able to stay on top of it, and I'm more likely to fold a small load and put it away the same day versus a larger one. After fluffing his pillows, I'm going to open the windows to let some fresh air in prior to using Pledge to clean and polish the wood surfaces within his room. By the way, I'm using the lemon-scented Pledge Expert Care, which according to the label can also be used on leather, granite, stainless steel, and other hard surfaces. But I prefer to use the Wyman's brand of cleaners for that, and only use Pledge Expert Care on my sealed wood surfaces. As I was wiping down this desk, I was trying to decide what would go best with barbecue ribs. And at this point, I decided on mashed potatoes or roasted red and yellow baby potatoes. And if I can't decide by the time I get to Walmart, I'll cook both. I make decisions like these all the time as I clean, and that's how I know I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm not rushing the cleaning process, and by not rushing, I'm relaxed and am able to make decisions about food or any other concerns I have throughout the day. Every time I wipe down this nightstand, I'm reminded that I need to repaint it. It is on my to-do list, but it's not a priority. There are a lot of little projects like this and larger ones that I plan to accomplish this year, and will definitely bring you along with me as I complete them. So if you're not already subscribed, remember to do so at the end of the video. I forgot to dust here prior to wiping it down with Pledge, so that's where that line of dust and dirt is coming from. I also decided to clean my laundry room before continuing in the bedroom because I needed to come downstairs anyway to check on Max, since I've been upstairs for over an hour. And whenever I clean my laundry room, I clean the washer drum first, which I did prior, dust and clean the dryer and pedestals. I also clean and organize the cabinetry, but as a reminder, I don't do a whole lot of that because I do a little bit at a time. And I finish by cleaning the floors, but I'll also clean the doors today as it is on my to-do list for the month of March. As you can see, I'm grabbing the vacuum, and I'm also going to attach the crevice tool so I can clean the pedestals and dryer vent. And in order to clean my dryer vent, I also purchased this dryer vent brush from Amazon. And I twist it first to clean the top portion of the dryer vent and then extend it to clean the bottom. Each time I'm doing this, I vacuum the lint off the brush. I then place my vacuum crevice tool inside of the vent to vacuum any remaining pieces of lint left in the dryer. I found my vacuum crevice tool to be more effective than attaching a dryer lint brush vacuum hose. I've had several of those, and none of them worked as well as my crevice tool. Lint either clogged the hose or the hose would bend, which didn't allow the suction to occur. If you have a dryer lint brush vacuum hose attachment that you use and you're willing to recommend it, please leave it in the comments. Although not shown here, I did vacuum my wool dryer balls. I keep 6 in the dryer, but one disappeared recently. I've said this before, but it's worth repeating. I like using the dryer balls because they help prevent your clothes from clumping together in the dryer because they tumble between the layers of your items. And using dryer balls also reduces drying time, fight wrinkles, prevents static, and softens your clothes. The downside is the balls are noisy. I also tried adding scent to the wool balls, but found it not to make much of a difference, so I used the Gain Moonlight Breeze scented dryer sheets for that. The bottom shelf of this cabinet is the dirtiest out of all the shelves in my laundry room because it's used more often, and also because I switched from the Gain Flings, which are the pods, to the Gain Powdered Detergent, which causes me to have to vacuum it more often. Along with cleaning the washer and dryer and the interior of the cabinet, I also want to clean the shelves under my laundry baskets, and will finish cleaning the laundry room by vacuuming and mopping. This is a load of darks I plan to wash this evening. Before doing that, I want to finish deep cleaning my youngest son's bedroom and his bathroom, which is really the hallway bath. I cleaned the moldings of this laundry room in January, but I wanted to do it again because this room does get pretty dusty with the dryer and all. And I remembered to dust the door used to enter the laundry room. By the way, I did dust the cabinetry doors prior to cleaning the shelves, but failed to film it. If you've been with my channel for a while, you may have remembered that I once stored this vacuum in the laundry room. We moved it in our bedroom because the door of the dryer wouldn't fully extend because of where it hung. I also moved the iRobot we kept in our bedroom to the family room because it helps remove most of Max's dog hair that accumulates on the carpet. Instead of using the vacuum to clean the floors, I want to use the Swiffer dry sweeping cloths instead. Since I started using these dry sweeping cloths over a month ago, I'm finding that I prefer them more and more over the vacuum. At first I thought it was because it's quicker, but actually it's because I'm more thorough at cleaning the floors using the Swiffer versus the vacuum. And I must admit, I also like seeing how dirty the sweeping cloth is once I'm done. Before sweeping at the foot of the bed, I need to dust the ceiling fan. I forgot to do it earlier as I was dusting and had to unfortunately remake the bed when I was done. Once I finished cleaning the ceiling fan and saw the dusting cloth, I was surprised because it wasn't as dirty as I thought it would be, considering how dusty this room was. Another reason why I like using these sweeping cloths is because of the maneuverability of the mop head. You can turn it sideways to sweep under things, and it fits in tight spaces. Also, you don't need a lot of room to store it, and you don't need to clean it when you're done. I had to show the cloth to you one more time before placing it in the trash because it was satisfyingly nasty. One downfall though to using a Swiffer dry sweeper is, and I mentioned it in my last video, is that the cloth doesn't pick up large pieces, so you'll need to either vacuum them up or sweep them up with a broom, as I'm doing here. Instead of mopping his bedroom now, I decided to do it later because I want to get a head start on the bathroom before running to Walmart. And if I don't have time to mop his bedroom and bathroom today, I can always mop it tomorrow. As I was cleaning his sink, I remembered that I didn't grab the drill that I used to clean the shower. And I also figured while I was downstairs, I might as well mop the laundry room floor, which doesn't take very long. And you know what? Max looked at me as if he needed a potty break, so I'll do that as well. By the way, you can use both sides of this mopping pad. If the floors are filthy, I do flip the pad over to use the other side. But I only had to do that once because I now mop the floors in each of the rooms within my home at least once per month. I did have on a different pair of socks in the last clip because Max had an accident earlier and I stepped in it. And I had to change my socks again after spilling the Swiffer wet pad solution all over the floor. But it's not a big deal because I have tons of these non-slip socks as I buy them in bulk. And Max's accidents are my fault for not taking him out when needed. I love using this toothbrush and toothpaste holder, but you'll need to clean them at least once per week because as you just saw, they can get pretty nasty. Also, after wiping down the other side of the vanity, I'm going to deep clean the shower. That's why I'm removing his items from the shower. He doesn't use this side of the vanity, so giving it a good wipe with these Clorox wipes will do the job. I do give it a deep clean at least every 2 months, and definitely more often if used by him or guests. One of 2 regrets I have about this shower is the decorative small pieces of tile I have here. It's pretty, but it does cause more work when cleaning. In order to clean the grout between these small tiles, I use my Rubbermaid scrubber first, then follow it up with a larger brush on the drill. If I had to do it over again, I would not have installed these small tiles. Anyway, another regret is not stopping the installer from installing the glass door wrong. You live and learn. Along with using the drill on the wall of my shower, I also like using it on the shower pan as well. In the past, I would use Clorox wipes, but it wasn't strong enough at removing all the stuck-on dirt. So I then started using a Scotch-Brite pad, which required a lot of muscle. After graduating to this drill, I will never go back to using a sponge to clean the shower pan again. Now that the shower walls and pan are clean, I'm going to use a sponge to clean the glass doors. I'm afraid if I use a soft pad on the drill to clean the glass doors, it'll scratch the glass. So I may do it in the future, but for now, I'll stick with the yellow side of my Scotch-Brite sponge. After removing the hard water stains and dirt with the sponge, I always follow it up with a damp microfiber cloth. And by combining the two, those shower doors sparkle every time. By the way, if you have hard water stains and this method doesn't work for you, you may want to spray your shower doors with only cleaning vinegar and allow it to sit for up to 30 minutes, then respray it and scrub. But the best defense for removing hard water stains is to remove them promptly, as permanent damage can occur if left untreated. After cleaning the shower doors, I always try to remember to remove this liner located at the bottom of the door and clean it. I broke the one in my oldest son's bathroom and the replacement didn't quite fit, so I left his shower door without one. But since my youngest son's bathroom shower door still has his on it, I make sure now that I'm careful when removing, cleaning, and replacing it. Yes, cleaning these shower doors is a lot of work, and by the time I'm done, I'm exhausted. But you know what? It's so fulfilling to see the before and after of cleaning these doors. And now that I think about it, I should have given you a before and after. I did that in last week's video, but totally forgot today. I still have one more bathroom that's hubby in my shower to clean next week, and I'll definitely try to remember to do it then. After replacing his shower products and washcloth, I want to show you just how clean this shower is. I was very impressed with the job I did that I had to show you guys. It would have been nice though if I had showed you the before. I still need to clean the bottom exterior of the shower, so in that last clip, that's what you saw reflecting in the glass. After doing that, I need to check on Max, and we'll also return the drill to my downstairs bathroom linen closet. Max is asleep on the couch, which means I have the time today to mop my son's bedroom floors. I read that you're supposed to mop following the grain of the wood, which prevents streaks and standing water from being left behind, but these are laminate floors, and I do follow that advice on occasion, but sometimes, like today, I started not following the grain of the wood, but remembered and finished following the grain of the wood. I was following the grain of the wood until I mopped this closet, which is hard to do because it's such a tight space. We're going to finish mopping behind the door, replace his poofs, and then I'm going to finish cleaning the bathroom. I'm also going to show you the wet pad once I'm done mopping because his floors were dirtier than I thought. Now it's time to don the gloves and clean the toilet. I was in Walmart later on this evening and noticed they were sold out of these black gloves. I like using these versus the blue ones because these are a better quality and the one size fits all fits my hand perfectly, unlike the blue one. I like using Clorox wipes to clean the toilet versus my microfiber cloths. Although I do wash my bathroom microfiber cloths separate from my white microfiber cloths that I use in the kitchen. It's just something I feel more comfortable doing. And as always, I clean from the top down and I finish by cleaning around the bottom of the toilet. I didn't need to use the toilet brush to clean the toilet bowl because my son did clean that the day prior. And I think he did it because I told him I was going to video cleaning his bathroom. Here I'm adding another roll of toilet paper to the side of his toilet using this attachment I ordered from Amazon. And once I'm done replacing his facial tissue container and poopery, I'm going to wash my hands and clean his vanity cabinet and drawer doors using a clean, damp microfiber cloth. I'm still counting how long it takes to wash my hands. Again, it should be 20 seconds, but I still fall short by 6 seconds. 6 seconds is a better time than last week as I was washing my hands in under 10 seconds. After watching this back, I realized I missed a spot on the cabinet door on the right, but it's okay. I'm not looking for perfection when I'm cleaning, although that would be nice. But I do my best at that time when I am cleaning. And when I'm done, I'm always satisfied with no regrets. As you can see, I'm not doing a whole lot as I clean and organize this linen closet because, as I mentioned before, I do a little bit at a time, over time. And because of that, this closet remains neat and tidy. I'm hanging the Swiffer duster back on the door to use again because it's not very dirty. This is just one way I use to cut back on the cost of replacement, and I'll discuss other ways I cut costs later in the video. I also chose to sweep the bathroom floors because I didn't want to wake Max running down the stairs to retrieve the vacuum. The washer drum cleaning cycle is complete, and when it beat, it woke up Max. So I'm going to spend a little time downstairs until he's settled, but also finish cleaning the laundry room while he's playing. I wish you could see how clean this washing machine tub is as compared to how it was before. Again, you should clean your washer drum every 30 days or after 30 cycles. I also drained it but forgot to record it because Max was busy barking at the neighbor's cat that was in our backyard. But I did remember to record cleaning this soap dispenser tray. I also used Dawn dish detergent to remove the soap residue and scrub it using a Scotch-Brite sponge. After rinsing it thoroughly, I remove as much water as possible and then place it in the washer drum to air dry. At this point, I began to check my watch because I still needed to purchase Idaho potatoes and/or yellow or red potatoes to prepare for dinner. Hubby and the boys had arrived home, which means I can mop the bathroom floors today and right after take that trip to Walmart to purchase those items. Now that the floors are done, and yeah, they were dirty, I can throw on some shoes and head to Walmart. Yep, I was sweaty and dirty, but I'm sure you've seen worse at Walmart. Also, whenever I go to Walmart, I wipe the handlebar on the buggy. Does anyone else do that, or am I just extra? I couldn't decide if I wanted to cook mashed potatoes or red and yellow potatoes, so I purchased both. I also purchased a few other things and stopped at PetSmart because Max only had 1 can of wet food remaining. I like purchasing his food in bulk as well, and by doing this, I make fewer trips to PetSmart, thus not purchasing all the cute items they have available in the store. Because when we first adopted Max, that was a problem. After placing the remaining items in the pantry cabinets, as well as organizing it, I'm going to finish cleaning the celery, place it in the fridge, and then add up the receipts for February so we can plan the budget for March. If you're new to my channel, hubby and I follow the 50-30-20 rule when budgeting. We spend 50% of our after-tax income on needs and obligations that we must have or do, 30% towards wants, and 20% towards savings. At the end of each month, I add up that month's receipts to see how we did and adjust the budget the following month to stay on track. We also meet with our financial advisor who assists us in keeping track of our financial goals and investments. I can't tell you how to structure your budget or recommend a financial advisor because it's all based on your situation, but I can tell you that the 50-30-20 rule works. While I was working hard on the budget, hubby was also working hard on the ribs, while our youngest peeled potatoes and loaded the dishwasher. By the way, our financial advisor did give us some homework, and I suggest you do the same. He suggested that we log on to the Social Security website and check our statements. Hubby and I don't plan to access our Social Security benefits anytime soon, but we do need to keep track on how it's doing. While my Idaho potatoes were boiling, I cleaned and split the baby potatoes and added olive oil and John Henry's pecan rub before placing it in a 400-degree oven to roast for 45 minutes. I also added kosher salt halfway through and stirred the potatoes every 15 minutes. Here, hubby is misting the outside of the ribs with apple juice, which adds another layer of flavor. This also moistens the meat, which keeps it from drying out. And he rotates it so it can cook evenly. The potatoes are soft, which means they're ready to be removed from the cooktop. But I just heard the oven beep, which means I need to add kosher salt to the baby potatoes. And then after tossing them, we'll return them to the oven and prepare our mashed potatoes. When using a strainer, I place it inside the pot or on top of it. Using it this way allows the water you're trying to get rid of to go down the drain versus the food itself. Now that our baby potatoes are done, we can finish preparing our mashed potatoes. I like placing a stick of butter along with almond milk and granulated garlic in our mashed potatoes. And although not shown here, I added a little bit of salt and pepper. The boys also like them creamy instead of chunky, so I always add extra almond milk. Unfortunately, I didn't record the finished ribs, but I did add 2 pictures, as well as me snacking on all the sides until the ribs were finished 4 hours later. If you made it this far in the video, I want to thank you for watching Sissy Spaces. And as always, if you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like, subscribe button and share this channel with your family and friends. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.